the rundown. It is the first ever rundown in the Chicago office, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the first one, but the first one on the new set. This is the rundown set.
Yeah.
And it is brought to you by nobody today.
I don't think we had anywhere to advertise.
Where would we put it?
Yeah, I don't know where we'd ever put a sponsor.
So this is the rundown set. It is.
This is a big ass Tron.
That's a huge Tron.
It's gigantic, and it's right in the line of fire.
It is.
Right behind the basketball hoop.
We do nothing but.
I thought it was going to be hung up. This is this? I've never seen a Tron grounded. A grounded Tron.
A grounded Tron? I think they. No, you're right. There's no grounded Trons.
I don't know. Is it a Tron if it's grounded?
It's just a big TV.
It's a big TV.
It's a big TV.
It's also a nice TV. They showed Yak basketball on loop for about 6 hours a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, in front of all the sponsors. And
yeah. Really bad.
It was us flailing around trying to be athletic in front of every sponsor, and then they're like, yeah, we're not going to sponsor.
Yeah,
pussies.
and then it worked so well. Then we did it.
Is there a permanent camera on the gym?
Yes, I think.
And have you asked them to cut up a clip of you like doing a nice shot?
I haven't thought of that, but I am going to do it now.
So I got a timestamp because I just punted one into the hoop.
He punted the ball.
So I need to remember.
Oh, that's what you did. I heard the noise.
It was crazy.
And I want like an end-of-year highlight reel of my best athletic moment.
So I meet Big T here every morning at 8, and we play horse. And Big T has one of the wettest jumpers here.
Big T has a wet jumper.
Big T has a wet jumper.
We should be pulling.
Yes.
Having guys pull our best clips.
Big T is one of the better shooters in this office, and I was surprised because, you know, he's a big lummox like myself.
Yeah.
But he's a even bigger lummox because he's younger.
Does that make sense?
Move. He can walk.
Yeah, he can walk.
He can.
I've seen him on the Stairmaster.
He's got a fall walk.
Yeah.
He's always falling.
Correct.
Yeah. And so that propels him to be even faster.
He's very progressive, Big T.
Well, yeah, sure.
All right, so a lot to run down over the weekend. NFL, I guess. We can start with the NFL. C.J. Stroud is just maybe the MVP. Like, he's really good. Second straight week, this rookie quarterback has led a game-winning drive to beat somebody. He was number 2 pick. Number 1 pick is flailing away in Carolina doing nothing. And he's just one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And so the Bryce Young defenders, if there are any left, are just like, look at the team around him. Who's on the Texans that's great?
He's making Tank Dell look like Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Tank Dell dropped a pass on his final drive.
Yeah.
It should have gained about 30 yards. And then didn't bother C.J. Stroud at all. He went right down the field.
There was another receiver that got like 155 yards yesterday too. He's making these guys look like studs. He's got Devin Singletary running the ball. It's not like he has world beaters
Noah
either.
Brown? Was it Noah Brown?
It was Noah Brown, yeah.
And insane value. I keep making money off of quarterbacks rushing one in. C.J. Stroud plus 900. He gave me a parlay. Josh Dobbs keeps scoring. Who else?
Are you just a gambling savant?
He has never lost a bet.
Gamble. Just parlays.
Okay, all right.
Never lost a bet. But back to C.J. Stroud, people didn't believe in him. Did he go number 2, not like poop, but like second in the draft?
Yeah.
Because just Ohio State quarterback's reputation?
I mean, Bryce Young was also a good prospect, right?
Yeah.
He was a good prospect. Now, Bryce Young is small. I like C.J. Stroud better, but I do think the Ohio State quarterback reputation hurt C.J. Stroud.
If you're comparing the two on paper, they were both very good in college. He's bigger.
Yeah. In the pocket, he's also terrific.
Was the deal breaker Bama versus Ohio State?
It might have been. It might have been.
Yeah.
You know, Bryce Young also won a Heisman. The NFL doesn't really care about that. But there were little indicators that put Bryce Young nosed ahead of C.J. Stroud. But C.J. Stroud, when he was in the pocket in college, was perfect.
Yeah.
And I think he had 88 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Yeah.
And now he's very, very, very good.
It's a weird thing people do. It used to be USC quarterbacks, right? They were busts.
But now I don't think he's good for a rookie. I think he's good.
Just good.
He's a good
Is he a
quarterback.
top 10 quarterback?
I think he's yeah. No, I don't know why I made that.
Not a lot of
Isn't
good
he
guess.
a top 5 quarterback?
I don't know if he's top 5. So Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow.
Is Josh Allen playing like a top 5 quarterback?
I think so. The Bills are not, but I think Josh Allen's been fine. Tua in there?
There's a lot of picks.
Is Tua in there?
Tua's in there.
Would you put Justin Herbert above C.J.?
Justin Herbert's been convinced people he's an elite quarterback. That team has a fuck ton of talent, and they don't win.
I think Trevor Lawrence could have been in that 5 spot before yesterday.
No, not this year, man.
He's been pretty good before yesterday.
I think he's just riding off that one playoff win last year, that big comeback.
Well, it's a pretty big win.
Sure, but he was 1-1.
How was your weekend with your boy Maresh?
Bro, he's the fucking man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time in Chicago?
Yeah, it's a recruiting trip.
How was your weekend?
I was along for the ride for some of it. I can't stay out as late as them, but it was a blast. Yeah.
Why can't you stay out just the way you take
I'm
care
on
of your
like
body?
just like a routine where I fall asleep at like 9:30. So
I go to sleep at about 8. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock last night.
So yeah, I've been missing like the primetime second halves.
You didn't miss any. Well,
I-
you missed the touchdown.
I fell asleep on my Jets.
For early
They should've
sleepers,
won.
though, for early sleepers, this primetime schedule's been amazing. If it's the Jets and the Giants or the Raiders every night, I can sleep through that, no problem.
It's been disgusting. A lot
They-
of Raiders, a lot of Jets.
Yeah.
Thursday nights they have the ability to flex Thursday nights, right?
Starting soon, right?
Okay.
Is it after Thanksgiving they can
Yeah.
flex Thursday? I don't know. I might have made that up in my mind.
At the beginning of the year, the schedule looked awesome because you were thinking like, oh, Aaron Rodgers with the
Right.
Jets. Maybe when they're making schedules next year, they should think if this guy gets hurt, will this all fall apart and ruin the product?
I've been thinking they should ban injuries.
I think that's a really good idea.
They should disallow injuries in the NFL. I don't know why they let them get injured. That's stupid.
What's that, Che? Unless it's Jalen Hurts? All right, man. Whatever.
Weird. I don't know why. Dynamite
He
drop
wasn't
in, though.
actually there.
First year watching football in a while. Are the Giants the worst team ever, this current Giants team?
No, I mean,
They've
what are
had-
they? They've won 2 or 3 games. Like the Panthers are god awful.
The worst offense, maybe?
They're maybe the most depressing to watch. They're depressing as fuck. Like, and Daniel Jones got hurt, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're depressing. And there's bad, and then there's bad and hopeless. And I think the Giants are bad and hopeless.
Yeah, I don't think that's the worst place to be as
Yeah.
a fan, I think.
Yeah.
Because you're just frustrated.
That's where my marriage is. It's
Their
just
best
basically
player,
hopeless.
right? Exactly. I'll spice it up. Their best player is a running back. That's the worst thing because like as soon as the team gets good, he's done.
What's the worst position to have your best player at? Is it kicker?
No,
What's the most depressing position to have your best player at? Offensive guard?
I mean maybe those Rams teams when Orlando Pace was their best player.
Yeah, but those teams had other great players.
Not towards the tail end, not like the Bolger era, right?
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I think
don't
yeah,
know.
like.
Like,
If
if
you
you're
if
best-
you have a stadium of teams wearing your like offensive guards
Yeah.
jersey, that's
Yeah, that's
tough.
depressing.
They shouldn't even sell those.
Maybe
in the
you're a
team
long
store.
snapper.
Yeah,
guess
but
he
like,
can't really
how would
be
you
a
even
running
know if
back,
he's
yeah.
the best?
The Lions are now 7-2. Good to see the Lions still. Exciting game, 41-38, I believe. Matt Campbell with balls at the end. Not Matt
Their
Campbell.
defense their secondary is really, really bad.
Dan Campbell. Matt Campbell coaches in college football. Me being the college football
You're the
guy.
college football
You
guy.
can understand why I would make that mistake. Because he's a college football coach. No, nothing.
No, I'm not. You're recruiting a new coach, right? Are you in the active
I'm in the
recruiting for
coaching,
Mississippi
sir. That's
State?
why I'm wearing my Mississippi State gear today.
That's your recruiting gear?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to get?
I might get Urban Meyer.
Yeah?
We're going to give Kirby Smart a call.
Is this the only Urban you've ever really wanted? That's the only Urban you've been a fan of, huh?
So, Browns, what did John Rich
Who
write
else
down?
would you want?
The 49ers.
Keith, yeah, you like Keith Urban.
You're
in touch with the Urban youth.
the
You
urban
like
dynamic.
The urban youth. You
Yeah.
like Toby Keith's first album, or Keith
Just
Urban.
young Keith Urban fans. So, my kids are urban youths. We listen to it all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So he wrote down Steelers. Got outgained again. They're 6-3.
Yeah, that's the secret to the success.
Maybe they just perfected the craft.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not even you don't judge anymore. That's how they win.
So you know how like people are like, oh, you're going to the playoffs with fresh legs.
Yeah.
Whole team's fresh.
Yeah.
Whole team's
They've
very fresh.
accomplished nothing. But they've accomplished everything.
Mike Tomlin, very good coach.
I feel like he
They're
vacillates.
losing it everywhere but the scoreboard.
I think
That's awesome.
He vacillates between being a great coach and being an average coach, depending on the year. But even when they're bad, they don't even think about getting rid of him. That's how good of a coach he is.
That's just how the Steelers
Well,
do it.
You're right. When your players underperform but you still win, wouldn't that be the coach as the
100%.
common denominator for the wins?
But shouldn't the coach have his players performing?
Well, I don't know if you can control their performance.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
It's as a fan, as a Steelers fan, not the most fun team to watch.
Can I make a comment on this this setup? Real
Sure.
Quick?
We should have things changing in the background.
We should have
I mean,
things
we have
up
this
there.
giant fucking
Yes,
Floortron.
and we're just using the Barstool logo.
This could be a poster.
Could be
It
anything.
could be moving. Could be something in animated.
What
Yeah.
we talk about, the pictures could come.
That'll
up
be
here.
awesome.
It could be awesome. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We don't even have a producer right now.
But we're in the corner of a gym. It's like a 120 feet by 60 feet wide, and we're just in the corner, and it feels like we're talking to nobody.
We are. We absolutely are.
It's a little off.
And the views are going to also, we're talking
They're going
to
to reflect that. Yeah. College football. Jimbo Fisher has been fired at Texas A&M, which brings me to a point. He now had to give him a $75 million buyout to not coach at Texas A&M.
Fired coach is the best job in the world.
I can't.
My first question is, fired college football coach the best job in the world?
There's your answer.
Okay.
So my thing is,
I saw your
Jimbo
sheet.
Fisher has probably accumulated massive wealth.
Right. Before the buyout,
I
yes.
think he wants to be a winning coach more than he wants more money.
That you say that.
You think?
He is about to get $75
That is
million.
unfair.
For being
That's infamous.
bad at his
Yeah.
job.
$75 million to not show up to work tomorrow. For the rest of his life. 75, that's a lot of goddamn money.
Yeah.
Like even in the, like Ed Orgeron got fired, he got $17 million. This guy gets $75 million.
I think he would trade that for a playoff.
I don't think he would.
These guys do love football.
I don't think
and
To the wealth.
$75 million?
Hedonic treadmill. The wealth doesn't make him any happier.
he can't go to a city without everybody hating him.
He could go back to Clarksburg, where he's.
But
He'll go back to
But
Clarksburg.
he
West
doesn't
Virginia
ever
boy.
have to go to a city he doesn't like ever again. He can just go. He can go to Cabo for the rest of his life if he'd like to. I
That
don't
money
know.
is for being a failure. And every time he looks at his bank account, do you think he thinks that?
Okay, you kind of got me on that one. I wouldn't want.
It
to
is
be a failure.
$75 million.
My favorite getting fired story. I'm going back to Ed Orgeron. When he got fired, he immediately went on vacation to Destin, Florida.
Destin.
Yeah, he went to a place where the hotel rooms are $125 a night to unwind and get away from everything.
Kick back and
Just kick back and be him.
I made my first Build-A-Bear in Destin, and I named my Build-A-Bear Destin.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's where I got it.
I lived
Good ass Build-A-Bear.
I lived in Destin for 2 years, from 2012 to 2014.
Really?
We actually lived in Fort Walton
that's
Beach.
When I was making my Build-A-Bear, I regretted the wish I made when I was holding its heart, so they let me grab another heart and make a second wish. Shout out that.
I had a phase where I was too into stuffed animals.
How old were you?
Like 10.
Yeah, I was too old.
It was, yeah.
How many did you have?
I had a lot.
Yeah.
Multiple questions for both of you. How big were the stuffed animals you were into? Like, were they like?
I liked I wasn't allowed pets, dogs or cats, so
Yeah.
I liked the realistic ones.
Okay,
The life-size golden retriver.
okay.
You had a life-size golden. Did you sleep with it?
I would take it on trips, yeah.
Really?
I would put it on a leash. Yeah.
What was its name?
Buddy.
Was it
Yeah.
stand-upable or did you drag it?
It could stand up. I would wrestle.
Could it be confused for a real golden retriever from afar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Were you sad? What was the ultimate demise of Buddy?
Yeah, where's Buddy?
I think I just aged out of it. Yeah.
Is Buddy thrown away?
I think Buddy's gone. Yeah.
God damn.
And you, how old were you when you built the bear?
I was too old. But Build-A-Bear, I was right on the cusp when Build-A-Bear became a thing of being too old,
Yeah.
and it looked like a blast.
Build-A-Bear figured it out. They figured out how to make money off stupid kids.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing's really fucking dumb.
It's a fun experience.
Is
I
it?
don't think it's taking advantage of anyone.
It came around after I was a kid.
It's child labor.
What else? Jim Harbaugh was suspended the other day by the Big Ten. He did not coach in their big win against Penn State. Shout out to Michigan. They played the most cowardly schedule in the country this year. They finally won a big game. But after the game, I don't know if you guys saw this.
You were hiding in the bushes.
That was funny.
Sure. We'll get to me. Sherrone Moore, the coach, the interim coach, was asked about Jim Harbaugh. Did you see the clip where they asked him and he's like,
cried.
he started crying,
Yeah,
intensely
pathetic.
crying, heavy heaving crying. And Coach Harbaugh, I love you and everything. That's a little much.
Michigan has a Harbaugh dying fetish because, like, the first play of the year when he was suspended the first game, right?
Right.
Didn't they, like, take too many men on the field or something? Like, didn't they take a
Something like
penalty?
that. They also, yeah,
He's-
they got off
he's
the bus.
alive.
They got off the bus like doing this
Yeah.
to Harbaugh. And Harbaugh's very much alive. He just got suspended twice. I thought that was crazy. But yeah, Dave came after me and I hit in the bush.
What was all their players were tweeting? Bet?
Bet.
Bet as in like
All right,
slangy.
bet. Yeah. I bet. But as soon as he got suspended.
But what is that? Like what is that to? Their coach?
No, it was when the Big Ten announced he's suspended for the game. Then they were like, all right, bet, like that.
Okay.
Like they're gonna win anyway.
Y'all did like a group.
I saw their quarterback did it, and he had like 66 passing yards.
He only
Yeah.
threw it how many times?
8 times. He did not throw it after the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. It was a weird game. The whole situation is weird. The stories dominated the news for the last 3 weeks, and it culminated in that weird day where the coach is crying and everything. I'm hiding in bushes from
I mean,
Dave.
he was crying for Harbaugh. He could have walked 3 minutes upstairs to see him, right?
Yeah, he was in. He was in
like a
there
luxury booth.
somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in the stadium. He was like in the hotel close by or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he was like phoning in play calls?
Yeah, he was touched.
He was coaching.
He was there somewhere. In some way, he
Michigan,
was connected.
no, they would never. Do they beat Ohio State?
I say no, but I've said no the whole time, so I just got to keep riding with it.
Yeah.
And Justin Mancini told Dave where I was. Else, I would have hidden that.
Mancini's a rat.
I would have hidden that bush all day. I had the plan to hide from Dave. I had a bush.
You would have been in that bush all day?
I would have been in that bush all day. I could. I don't think Dave would have found me in that bush.
No?
No, the bush was too old. That was too much setup for that, wasn't it?
I didn't even know I was trying to lead. I was going to go with like a George Bush
Or
joke.
like a Gavin Rossdale.
Your Gavin Rossdale.
They had a moment.
I don't think Bush was.
You didn't like him?
No, Glycerin sucks. But he landed prime Courtney
Gwen
Love or Gwen?
Stefani.
Stefani, right?
He landed prime Stefani.
I don't think Courtney Love ever had a prime.
No, I don't think so either.
Gwen Stefani had
What was
a
her
prime.
band? Garbage or Hole?
Hole.
Who was in Garbage?
I don't know.
Okay.
Courtney Love was Hole.
Yeah.
Was she in Garbage too?
Don't know.
Garbage was a female-led band, though, right? Just like 491.
Rossdale landed prime Stefani, but Rossdale's a hunk himself.
Who else? Blake Shelton landed Stefani?
Married now.
Blake Shelton, he's up there in the stratosphere of celebrities.
Yeah. Who else did
Money.
he? Yeah.
He won Most Handsome Man one year.
He did. Who they gave it to this year? Jason
Dempsey.
Kelce?
Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, God.
I felt like Patrick Dempsey's won it before.
He's never has. This was his first time.
Really? He's old now, though.
Joe
Silver
Flacco
Fox.
won the sports version.
Really?
They did sexiest podcast host, but it was just like an
Joe
athlete.
Budden
It was
won
it was an athlete that has a podcast, I think.
Oh, so
That doesn't count.
Yeah. It needs to be just a straight podcast host. Not a straight podcast host, but just a podcast.
Yeah. Well,
It could
there's
be
no such thing
straight.
as a gay podcast host.
That's true.
Who won sexiest podcast host? Taylor Lautner. That's not
Wait,
a podcast
that's the guy
host.
from Twilight?
That's Jacob.
Yeah, it's fair. It's within.
And then Dax Shepard took 2. Well,
My sister.
we'll never have a chance to win this.
My sister had a poster of Taylor Lautner on her in high school.
Really?
That's the only reason I knew who Taylor Lautner was.
Dog shit actor. So
My
yeah,
sister's
maybe.
favorite.
Yeah, congrats to Taylor Lautner, who won sexiest podcast host. Because when you see him,
Yeah.
that's the first thing you think of is a podcast host. I'm not pissed off at all.
What's up, guys? It's Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Check out, I bet you he has sponsors.
Smash that subscribe button for me.
That's a YouTuber.
I'm sorry. Well, the YouTubers are on podcast. Or podcasters are
I don't know what a podcast is anymore.
I don't know. What's the distinction? YouTubers and podcasters, they're two totally different people?
Podcasters think they're smarter.
But sometimes
Not.
YouTubers do podcasts and sometimes podcasters do YouTube.
And yeah, and I consume the majority of my podcasts on YouTube.
Y'all get Anus does well on, or A New Untold Story does well on YouTube, correct?
Not really.
I don't know what well is. Yeah.
Let's see.
Is
what
Mostly Sports a podcast?
No, it's a YouTube show that has a podcast.
Okay.
But a lot of people listen to it on podcast. And it's live every single day at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Thank you. I appreciate that. Taylor Swift gave a concert.
She dated Taylor Lautner.
No, she didn't.
He's one of the good ones, though.
Is he?
The Swifties like Lautner.
So no beef there.
No, they were cool.
John Mayer's one of the bad ones?
He's the bad one.
He is the bad
He's
one.
the bad one, I think.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
The bad one.
Isn't there another bad one?
Yeah, I think this most recent guy, Joe Alwyn.
Oh, then
I thought there was.
Matty Healy. There's
Matty-
Matty Healy.
yeah,
I
there was-
didn't like Matty Healy, yeah.
Where do they stand on? I guess the
Kelsey
current guy.
might be numero uno.
But we don't know how it will turn once they break
So
up.
did that fade out like the Swifties following NFL, or are they still big on it?
I think they're still big on it.
Chiefs
The
had a bye week.
so that's why it was a little quiet this week. So they had a concert in Argentina. She did.
It's the best place to do it. The best fans.
They
for
are
a concert.
obsessed.
They
Argentina.
go crazy.
Oh, what about the
Scream
Come to Brazil
hilarious.
audience?
I mean, they're along
Yeah.
the
South
Latin
American are-
crowds
yeah.
are top, and then the Filipino crowds. Are
Look at Selena Gomez's streaming numbers. Who's listening to that? All of South America. Her numbers
Really?
are insane. Yeah.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
She had a concert in Argentina, and she changed the words to one of her songs to "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me," and everybody in the crowd freaked out, including Travis Kelce, who kind of went like this.
He
probably
He
really
teed.
appreciate
He
it.
teed though.
That's a moment.
I
Yeah.
thought his reaction was a little. Felt fake.
If my girl put me in the lyrics to one of her songs, my leg would pop. Like I just had a first kiss.
Your leg would pop.
I would turn into like a Japanese schoolgirl blushing at, yeah.
And you? What
That would be a top feeling. Yeah. I don't.
To hundreds of thousands of Argentinians.
Argentina is the France of South America.
It is European, right? Argentina is the most European
It's just
country
like
down there.
gayer than the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gay South America.
I think it is, yeah.
They've had a run recently. They won the World Cup a couple years ago.
Yeah, then what?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But that constitutes a run, I think, in Argentina.
Argentina has a really tall extinct volcano, Mount Aconcagua.
Oh, yeah.
If I give you a plane ticket and say you can go to any country in South America, you picking Argentina or Brazil?
I think I would pick Chile.
Yeah.
I want to see like
The Patagonia?
Santiago and Patagonia.
Isn't it pretty, like, it's pretty hard to get to Chile, isn't it?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'd go to Belize.
You'd go to Belize?
Yeah,
Belize ain't bad.
I have a cousin there who's running from the law. Can't come back. So I'll probably go visit her.
Yeah, her?
Ooh.
Not that big of a deal. All right, we have Donald Trump. Donald Trump came out at UFC 2-something in Madison Square Garden. Donald Trump with Kid Rock, Dana White, and
Tucker
Carlson, the big four. I don't know how Dave got left out. He came walking out to American Badass and got a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I feel like this story repeats itself like every 3 months.
Yeah, I think Trump has a good relationship with like Dana White.
Yeah?
That's I don't think. If I could have a walkout song,
Yeah.
and me and my boys could walk out to it, I'd do it every time.
It's Trump, Dana White, Tucker, and
Kid Rock.
those four could go on a tour just walking out.
They could.
They could do a
Like
walkout tour.
stages, and that's it.
They could sell at Argentina.
A lion escaped from the circus near Rome, Italy.
This is the news I want to talk
Somebody wrote about, the blog
Rome,
actually
Italy.
says, a goddamn lion was wandering the streets of Italy after escaping from the circus. So the mayor of the town of, I'd like for you to give it a try. I'd say La Dispoli,
Where are we at?
right here.
It looks like a prescription drug.
Yeah. La Dispoli near Rome warned residents to stay indoors as a lion had escaped from the circus. It was seen by multiple people prowling the streets of La Dispoli for 5 hours, and then they were able to sedate it and capture it.
Madonna Santa. Mamma mia.
A good lion escaping story is always fun.
Yeah, I don't know how you let it happen.
Yeah.
If I was in charge of locking lion cages, I would double check every day.
Well, let me ask you guys this. If a lion is on the loose in your town, would you rather it be a circus lion or a zoo lion? Which one's going to be,
Well, the circus ones are just professionally tamed.
you think they're just beaten down by life though, or?
I think they are.
I think the zoo
They're
animals-
seeking
I
revenge.
think the zoo animals are tame as fuck too.
I think the zoo animals at least get to be somewhat in their natural habitat. They might miss the zoo.
Zoo animals, though, they escape and or you get into their cage and they will kill you. Are there circus animals who have killed?
I think they'll tell you they'll kill. I don't think a lion's going to kill somebody in the zoo.
I think a lion escaping from the circus is going to have a fucking AR with a fucking Punisher
He's
symbol
angry.
on it. He's going for
He's
revenge.
pissed off.
Yeah.
You think he escaped on purpose?
Yeah. Why would you want to be in the circus? Those lions don't get
I
to
guess
be
they
with other
travel in trucks and shit.
Yeah.
When do they ever have a chance?
I
where they
never
get to-
thought about their like happiness.
Do they ever feel grass?
Oh, I don't like it.
Probably not.
I bet when the circus is not going, do they at least get to?
When does the circus not go?
So I mean, do they probably like? Do they feel pride when audiences? When audiences cheer for them?
I don't know.
No
Is there a third? Is there a third branch of lions? So there's circus lions, zoo lions, maybe Siegfried and Roy lions, but they would probably be.
Those were tigers. Those were white
They didn't
tigers.
have lions too?
And that they ripped out the throat of one of them.
Only one of them.
Both the tigers are dead too. I still follow the fan accounts on Facebook. That's how I keep up with Sarmati. And yeah, the tigers are dying. They give updates. They're not doing well.
How long ago was that?
That the tiger died, or
Yeah. No, the
Siegfried and Roy are both dead.
Yeah. How long did? Which one did they fuck up? Siegfried or Roy?
They fucked up Roy.
Okay. Siegfried was
think.
fine?
Yeah.
But now he's dead.
Siegfried and Roy are both dead.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it sucks.
David Copperfield's still going?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's still going, like
He's alive.
performing, but
Yeah. Okay.
have you seen the video of the tiger dragging Siegfried or Roy off stage?
I didn't know that. I always thought that was like the Crocodile Hunter video where it existed, but they'd never let us show
They
it.
showed it.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Did you see his face come off?
It's back when like the video quality was like 240p.
You think we'll ever see the Crocodile Hunter get killed?
That tape was destroyed.
That's what they say.
You don't believe it? I think I wouldn't do it.
Okay. I wouldn't watch it either.
Oh my God.
I remember where I was when I found out he was dying.
Where
when
were
he
you?
died, I was taking a shit at my place,
Yeah.
my parents' house that I lived in. It was in high school. I was a freshman.
Barely take shits.
I know.
And the crocodile hunter barely dies.
I know.
The rarity of that
And
situation.
Here it is. I was a girl I liked, and I wanted an excuse to call her, and so I called her to break the news to her, and she just goes, "Are you taking a shit?" Because she could hear the echo of the bathroom and the fan. Yeah.
So that backfired big time.
Backfired. big time.
You never initiate conversation with women, so that
I know,
would
it was
be
the
most
big
rarest
three.
occurrence
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
in modern history.
It was also Haley's Comet was actually happening too.
Logan Paul, who recently won the U.S. title belt by beating Rey Mysterio in WWE, he said this weekend on Twitter, I don't know where he said it, maybe Instagram, but he said one thing WWE said was, hey, don't fuck in the belt. And he updated us last night. He said he has clapped cheeks in the U.S. title belt.
He's perfect for the WWE.
Yeah, he's addicted to the 7 deadly sins.
Clapping
Yeah.
cheeks is having sex, correct?
Clapping cheeks
Absolutely.
is destroying pussy doggy style.
Really?
I think it is. Can you clap? Can you clap
Can't
cheeks
clap
missionary?
cheeks from missionary.
No. I mean, you have to have access to the cheeks, right?
Basoli, can you clap cheeks missionary? No.
You have to think about it,
No.
though.
I think you can only clap cheeks doggy.
Yeah.
Maybe side.
As
No.
a man,
I don't
as a
think
man,
you can.
how do you initiate that position?
What, doggy?
Cheek check?
Yeah, I ain't saying that.
You're not
Have
asking.
you said that out loud?
Never.
Either of you?
I think it's.
Yeah, how do you
why-
initiate doggy?
I don't know. It's
you,
in the
you
rotation.
gesture,
It
but
should-
I don't
should-
think you should vote.
Like, are you
no
panting in her ear
man
just like,
should
let me fuck
vocally
you,
No,
doggy?
no,
No
I-
man should
say
say
dog.
doggy.
Yeah. Ugh. I was just thinking about that. Yuck.
Why, have you been trying to have doggy style sex?
You don't know how to get it
It's
started?
not. I just.
I think you say, let me clap your cheeks. And
There's like
May
there's a
I?
lot of words that are just that make me
Recoil?
panties.
panties. You can't compliment a girl's panties. Look at those fucking panties.
Panties. Doggy.
Yeah.
And
PFT, can you clap cheeks missionary? No. Yeah.
Oh. Got to be doggy, right?
Yeah. It has to be doggy.
You can't give back shots missionary.
No.
Maybe if you're holding like the girl up like this,
Yeah.
coming like up like real hard from below.
That still might be
Yeah,
doggy.
Yeah, you gotta clap cheeks doggy on.
Yeah, and I think if you do like the side thing, you know, they both wake up in the morning
Right.
and they're on their side. I think that's only clapping cheek because one is like can't be clapped.
No, I think one cheek clapping counts for both clapping.
No, you can't say you clap cheeks if you're only clapping one cheek.
How often do you only clap one cheek?
Not often at all.
Yeah, I don't.
I hardly do.
Also, if you clap
Anyway,
one cheek,
how do you
you
clap
can't
cheeks?
fuck if you clap one cheek.
I think the sound of clapping cheeks is when your body's hitting hers.
not actually the-
How does he do it in the belt?
balls.
It's a great question.
There's a big piece of metal in the
It
way.
almost seems like that would hurt her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think he clapped cheeks in it.
you think he's lying about clapping
No,
cheeks?
I think he
in
had
the belt.
sex with the belt. I just don't think he clapped cheeks.
Yeah, no.
What do you think?
I agree. yeah.
Okay, so what was the sexual
think-
position then in the belt?
I bet you it was really quick. He was definitely inside the pussy with the belt on, but then he took
Undoubtedly.
it off. Undoubtedly. It's kind of like the idea of shower sex, the idea of it's way better.
Zah,
Ah.
can you clap cheeks missionary style?
Can I clap cheeks?
For anyone,
Yeah.
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 Okay, all
I
right.
thought you could only clap cheeks doggy.
That is so doggy. Doggy is the easier one, but missionary, yeah.
You can clap
I'm a
cheeks
big
missionary?
time. Yeah, I'm a big time missionary.
Well, so was there a
Man of
way?
God.
Is there a manner you have to do it to clap cheeks missionary? Like a different.
So just
technique?
have the hips. Just have the hips a little higher. Get the hips a little higher. If need be, put a pillow under.
Yeah,
the
and you
waist
get
area.
the
Yeah, you
full
get the
clap
full- yeah,
sensation.
You get the full clap.
And then like doggy style too. Make sure she kind of like arches her thing, pops that thing out.
All right. Thank you, Zah.
Good cheeks, Thank you.
You're a prone bone guy, aren't you, Brandon?
This is just a beautiful moment right there.
Yeah, it
Zah
was,
teaching us about clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's about it. After show, Donnie and Billy
They played.
in Uganda, they played.
Against guys that have probably never really played competitive football
They
before.
lost, I think, 14-0.
14-0.
And there's this one video, it had no audio, but you could clearly read Billy's lips where he's like, sorry, I'm freaking out. Something like that.
Billy was the quarterback for a half.
Was he? He was like wearing these hip pads or something.
I think Billy played.
Do we have to wait, I'm guessing?
I think
for,
we have
like,
to wait
the full
to see,
foot.
yeah.
I would like to see the full game. Start to
You'd
finish.
watch the whole thing, just
I
break
think
it down like
so,
Shay.
yeah.
Donnie was supposed to play, but there were no pads for him.
What, did Donnie not make those preparations?
I don't think so.
The pads, yeah.
I guess he'd assumed that a football game would have pads.
Yeah. I think Billy had them all. Did you see the picture of him? Like he had pads here, he had pads here. He couldn't have played quarterback in that getup.
I think he played quarterback. Did he
PFT,
play quarterback?
do we know his stat line?
There are allegations of cheating, though.
From the other team.
No, Billy is saying that the refs cheated.
The ref cheated.
Billy is from the United States and played for Team Uganda. That's
Yeah.
yeah, good point.
But I'm about to talk to Billy in a second, and I'm going to get the details.
yeah.
I don't know more, but until all the facts come out, I mean, it's 14-0.
14-0. They got their cheeks clapped.
You can't beat Kenya and not score touchdowns.
No.
No.
All right. I think that's about it then, boys.
Do you think it was obvious that Billy wasn't from there when he was playing with them?
I think there were clues. There were context clues. The sunburn being one.
He was very burnt, very burnt. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about it.
Anything else in Barstool news? I don't think so. Dave embarrassed me the other day by finding me in the bushes again.
You were just deep in the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't even need the forward pass. We don't even need the forward pass. You fucking pussy. You fucking Penn State. Yeah, we didn't even have to fucking throw the ball. Body left,
You don't have any
body right.
quarterback.
What are you talking about? Heisman Trophy win. We ain't gonna fucking get you. We got you at Penn State. Now Buckeye Brandon, run. Didn't matter since our coach not even fucking there.
Dude, I'm just trying to fucking
late.
eat.
And then we come fucking ram
Oh,
it
yeah,
down
you
your
beat
throat.
Penn State.
Yeah,
Yeah, you beat
who'd you
Penn
pick?
State.
Who'd you pick?
Huh?
Who'd you pick?
I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Buckeye Brandon.
That's about it. Did Mincy do anything funny? Not yet? It's
He's
early.
due.
Yeah.
I'm getting dinner with him this week.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where?
Nice.
You want to come?
Not even a little bit.
He's coming up to your house for Thanksgiving.
He is.
Very nice
My
of you.
house, yeah. I'm hosting for Thanksgiving. I'm a terrific guy.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
Anybody here need Thanksgiving dinner? Because I got you.
No, I'm sure it's
I'm
fantastic.
trying to convince Chef Donnie to do a Friendsgiving.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My wife will be there.
At Chef Donnie's Friendsgiving?
No, at mine.
I think we might do some, I might convince people to do some Thanksgiving dinner wraps and burritos this year.
Whoa. Are you leaving? Are you going to be in town?
I'm out, but
Damn. Me and Brandon are going to go to AEW.
Wrap could work.
We're going to AEW that night. Might go to SmackDown on Friday night.
I got invited by my boy.
Yeah. And you know what? I DM'd him last night. I said, hey, can I get a ticket? He said, well, we're sold out.
Bummer.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, huh? He had a ticket for you, and he didn't have a ticket for me.
Oh, he gave me a
Is
plus
this boy, does
No,
he
we're-
work for the
Oh, yeah, he's a wrestler.
committee?
Wrestler.
Oh, he's a
Wrestler.
star.
Yeah, I'm not going to say. I'm not
gonna say
It's
who.
Cameron Grimes. His name's Cameron Grimes.
Oh,
didn't
he's
give
the
me a
boy. He's
ticket.
our boy.
He didn't?
Yeah, I was fucking with you.
Well, I asked him for a ticket. God
Oh,
damn
you did ask him?
Yeah, the way you said it. Why do you always fall for that? I thought you were interviewing Seth Rollins for like a week.
I just walked up and I was like, Cameron Grimes gave me a ticket for
Yeah, and then I went to Cameron Grimes. I was like, dude, can I have a ticket?
He's like, what are you talking about?
No, he said they're sold out.
I'm going to have to message him and apologize for you. Sorry about Brandon.
How'd you word it?
I did it last night. I was like, I didn't mention Nick. I was
Why
like,
would you ever think that a wrestler would come to me first offering
I
a
don't
ticket?
know. Cameron Grimes you chose right because he's a huge stoolie.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He DM'd me and asked what
Yeah,
kind of
that,
couch I
that
had.
would make sense, though. Like, that would be believable.
He's a huge stoolie. And I was like, I said, because we talked about this before, I said, do you want to come see The Office in Chicago when y'all come through?
Already invited him.
Have you really, or are you
Yeah.
just saying that?
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah, I will get in that Friday. And I said, cool, because I need SmackDown tickets. And he said, LOL, they've been sold out for us for a while.
Ooh.
LOL was a little bit
LOL
much.
was much.
LOL.
I need you to, before this comes out, I need you to ask him for a ticket for real, just to see what he says.
Yeah, all right.
All right. That's the rundown.